Hello, Broken Arrow. Thanks for joining us for the October 2018 edition of Broken Arrow in Motion. I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon, and here's what's moving in Broken Arrow. I'd like to start things off by wishing a happy birthday to a couple of special people in our community. First, Sue Stevens, an avid viewer and mother of Economic Development Manager Norm Stevens, turned 90 earlier this month. Also, Fire Captain Billy Helm, one of the first paid firefighters for the City of Broken Arrow, turned 91. Congratulations to Sue and Billy. In transportation, here's an update on the 9th Street project. Although the rain has delayed work on the curb and sidewalk installation, the project is moving forward. Weather permitting, the city's contractor should have curbing, guttering, sidewalks, and driveways completed between Fort Worth and Houston by the end of October. After this portion of the road is complete, crews will move to the 2-block section between Dallas and Fort Worth. In addition to widening, the contractor will install a light at the 9th and Dallas intersection. We'll keep you posted as work moves forward. Good news on the 37th Street project. The city's contractor has finally moved back into continued construction on the road between Omaha and Albany. Unfortunately, our crews had to halt work on the road project because Oklahoma Natural Gas needed to relocate a pipeline that was in the path of the roadway. ONG has completed the relocation of their line, and we're excited to have our contractor back on the project. In the Rose District, one of our oldest streets is getting cleaned up. Workers are repaving Ash from Dallas to Detroit. This project was a part of the 2014 bond to revitalize streets in the downtown area. We also plan to repave First Street sometime after the work on Ash is completed. We will have an update on completed and upcoming neighborhood street work later this year. Heads up for South Broken Arrow drivers. We recently lowered the speed limit from 50 miles an hour to 40 miles an hour on 3 streets in the south part of our community. Residents were concerned about the high speed limits on Tucson between Garnett and Olive, Jasper between Olive and Aspen between Tucson and Jasper. Because of these concerns, I accepted staff's recommendation to lower the speed limits to match our other arterial roads. In sustainability, Broken Arrow will kick off a recycling pilot program in January 2019. About 1,000 residents will participate in 2 different pilots. One pilot will test out the use of carts for both trash and recycling, with pickup on the same day once a week. The other pilot will continue trash collection in plastic bags, but collect recycling in a cart, also once a week pickup. Residents in the pilot program were notified earlier this month. We're looking forward to gathering data on this important initiative and sharing those results sometime in the spring of 2019. In utility infrastructure, we recently implemented the 3rd utility rate increase as a part of a multi-year reinvestment plan. Beginning in November, customers will see their utility bills increase slightly to the tune of about $5 a month. Those rates increases will help pay for a $90 million reinvestment package into our utility infrastructure. Some of these projects are already underway or completed, such as replacement of the headworks and sludge digesters at the Lynn Lane wastewater treatment plant and installing a copper sulfate feed system at the water treatment plant to help control algae. You can find a list of all the projects that will be supported through this rate increase at brokenarrowok.gov/utility-CIP. In Employee Spotlight, congratulations to Paul Bighorse and Mike Bradley. Paul is one of our building inspectors, and he recently got his certification as a commercial electrical inspector. He's also certified to inspect plumbing and mechanical. Mike Bradley is one of our fleet managers and was recently elected president of the Oklahoma Public Fleet Management Association. Congratulations to both Paul and Mike. October 3rd was National Coffee with the Cop Day. 16 members of our police department went out to Jimmy's Egg at 61st and Garnett to meet the residents. About 20 citizens came to discuss issues with the police officers and learn more about what we do in the Broken Arrow Police Department. Broken Arrow will hold another Coffee with the Cop in January. We'll keep you posted on the date and location of the next event. Also, our fire department recognized Fire Prevention Week with a series of presentations at local elementary schools. Our firefighters visited 15 different classes from preschool to 4th grade to teach kids about fire safety and prevention. I also spoke recently with Fire Chief Jeremy Moore in a Take 5 segment about the program.
It's one of my favorite times of the year. We get out there and interact with our youngest citizens that are eager to see the firefighters put on the gear and try on the gear and show them everything that we have on the fire trucks, and they're just really in awe of what we do, and it's just really fun, very satisfying time.
In community updates, here's an update related to medical marijuana in our community. Last month, a lawsuit was filed against the city after the City Council adopted 2 ordinances that designated permissible zoning areas and licensing requirements for medical marijuana dispensaries, commercial growers, and marijuana processors operating within the city limits. The judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff on these counts, and the city is appealing the court decision. While we respect voters' approval of the recently passed State Question 788, we believe all Oklahoma cities have the authority to have common sense rules and regulations in place for medical marijuana businesses in their communities. We'll keep you posted. Here's a recap of our most recent comprehensive plan meeting. We held the latest public meeting on September 25th. About 75 residents showed up to tell us what they want Broken Arrow to look like in the next 20 years. The comprehensive plan is a policy document to help guide the city's future development patterns and enhance the quality of life. We generally update it about every decade or so. And finally, our annual financial report will be coming to your mailbox in late November. The Thrive newsletter breaks down how your tax dollars are spent. It also provides information on projects and initiatives we are working on during the fiscal year. We're proud of our efforts to be as transparent as possible, and this is a great way for us to document how your city government is working for you. That's it for this edition of Broken Arrow in Motion. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed Thanksgiving, and I hope to see you around town.